What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Other Half Brewing Company, and they're headquartered in Brooklyn, New York, and this is their Mylar Dust. So they're calling this one an Imperial IPA that comes in at 8.5% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed in time of review, and this can is just under 2 months old. So when it comes to the Mylar Bags series from Other Half, I've only had one beer from that series, and I've reviewed it. It was their double dry hopped Mylar Daydream, really tasty beer. But I've never had Mylar Bags. I've never had any of the variants. And then I saw this one, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to grab this, and I also grabbed their double dry hopped Mylar Bags, and we're going to review both of them. You should see that review probably in a couple weeks, but I wanted to go with this one first because it was a bit older. So this is apparently very similar to Mylar Bags, but instead of using Citra, Amarillo, and Mosaic pellets, hop pellets, they're using cryo, and they're also using Dorado and Galaxy regular hop pellets. I think for the Mylar Bags, I think those are just all hop pellets, no cryo. So very interested to see how this one is. Just under a couple months old. We should be fine. This was brewed at the FLX location because of the blue tab. And yeah, let's give it a pour here, see what we got going on. It's been a while since I've had some Other Half juice, so I'm really excited about this one. When I originally bought this, I think the can was like 10 days old, but channel went on hiatus, so I didn't get a chance to enjoy it. It's super fresh, but you know, less than a couple months, we should be fine. Anyway, has that really nice dark orange, yeah, I want to say it's like a honey orange kind of color. I say that a lot, but I feel like it is. Very murky, very turbid, has about a finger and a half of this off-white, really creamy looking head. Looks beautiful. It's got a nose. Oh yeah, that's nice. There's a lot of over-ripened, fleshy, sweeter, like melon, papaya, mango. Yeah, definitely melon and papaya for sure. It's a big, oh my God, what is that? As I keep on swirling, there's a huge, like, dank herbaceousness. Like, straight up marijuana, like, definitely weed. Oh yeah, wow. So this is like sticky, ooey gooey melon, papaya, but with like this big blast of dank marijuana, like, herbaceousness. Yeah, maybe like a little bit of a basil. Wow. It smells really good. It smells like just super concentrated. Like the hops are just like, you know what I mean? Like they're just grabbing hold of the entire beer, and you're just smelling this smells super fresh too, and almost 2 months old. A little bit of pineapple there. Man, this smells fucking dynamite. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. This is fucking killer. I don't know why I'm circling it, but it's killer. Oh. Yeah, this is delicious. The body and mouthfeel are really big on this at 8.5. This is like higher side of medium, lower side of full. There's a thickness to it, and I really do dig it. I don't get a lot of 8.5% double IPAs that have this like thick, viscous body. If anything, you usually get them in triple IPAs that are 10 plus, and I'm getting it here at 8.5, and it's really welcomed. And I always say, like, when I drink a triple IPA, I'm like, I don't need it to be super, you know, thick. If it's the higher side of medium body, I'm fine. And that's kind of what this is: higher side of medium, lower side of full. It's really nice. The mouthfeel, while not super luscious, it's not super smooth and creamy. There is hints of that. Has a little bit more carbonation, but the body makes up for it, and that glass lacing is looking phenomenal. The taste, it's everything that I said in the nose, but there's a little like kiss of like a zesty citrus right at the tip of the tongue. So when I first take that sip, it's like zesty grapefruit, orange, maybe a little bit of like a lemon lime, real zesty, pithy, right at the tip of the tongue. But as it passes through, there's waves of sweet honeydew melon, papaya, mango, maybe even a little peach. And then halfway through the palate, this big marijuana-esque dank quality with a little bit of like a basil hits. And that's what you're kind of left on the palate on the finish. The finish is moderately bitter with a semi-dry kind of finish. It's really sweet up front, and then it kind of evens out and balances out on the back of the palate, which is very welcomed. 8.5%. I know this is a big beer, but there's no astringent alcohol on the palate, which is, you know, dangerous. But, you know, it's Other Half. Like, I can probably count on one hand the amount of, you know, 8 to 8.5% double IPAs I get from them where, like, the alcohol is a nuisance or it's so noticeable that it becomes a detracting factor to the beer. For the most part, it doesn't. It never steps in the way, and it doesn't here. You know it's a bigger beer, but it just doesn't get in the way. This is great. This is great. Great fucking beer. First Other Half beer I've had, like I said, in a couple months. And I think the last one I had was their triple Citra Chroma. And that was a disappointment. That was triple IPA. It was really boozy. It just didn't do it for me. I don't know if there's something off with it, but a couple other people said that, like, that specific batch they weren't digging either. So I wasn't alone, which was nice to see. This makes up for that beer without question. So Mylar Dust from Other Half. 4.5 out of 5 all fucking day long. This is great stuff. So if you see Mylar Dust kicking around, grab it. By the time you see this review, probably just over 2 months old, maybe like 9 to 10 weeks old. And it's drinking extremely well right now. I think this is going to hold up for another month, maybe 6 weeks. It should still be delicious. It really should be. And I'm not advocating drinking, you know, double IPAs and Imperial IPAs at, you know, 3.5, 4 months old. But I'm telling you, some of the beers hold up. You can't be one of those, you know, I was going to say crazy. I'm not going to say crazy, but like people are like, oh, if it's not 3 days old, I'm not going to drink it. A lot of these beers can hold up, especially if they're stored properly. And I know this one was stored properly because I bought it super fresh. You know, went from cold to cold to cold to cold. It's been in my fridge the entire time, and it's held up extremely well. So price point availability. I think this was $20 4-pack. I bought it as a single. I think it was like $5.50. $20 4-pack. That's the going rate. And for something as good as this all fucking day long, and availability, it's Other Half, man. They have distro all over the place. There's like, I think like 15 or 20 different states you can order right from their website 4-pack. So if you really want Other Half at this point, you can probably get their stuff in like 2/3 of the states in the US at this point. And yeah, they're relatively easy to come by, especially if you get distro of them at all. Like, yeah, there's stuff you can find it. I don't know if this made like expanded distro or anything, but like if they do this again, you'll probably be able to get it if you get Other Half stuff, or you live in one of the states where you can get delivery from them, because it's fucking cool as hell. Their distro is fantastic at this point, and I never thought I'd see Other Half in general have great distro, but here we are. So if you've had this one before, or anything in the Mylar or Mylar Bag series, let me know. Again, I have their double dry hot Mylar Bags. That's gonna it's gonna have to be amazing to live up to this one, because 4.5 out of 5 is a fucking great score. So if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.